Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. In this video, I'm going to feature Fleek. It's a very exciting project, by the way. If you want to build and deploy autonomous apps and agents powered by Eliza framework. Now, this framework is very advanced. It powers many of the top AI agent projects around Web3. Now, this is as exciting as can be. In this video, we are going to be looking at some of the things you can do powered by the Fleek infrastructure. It's mostly an introductory video highlighting the things you can do, what templates are available, and that will be the scope of this video. And in subsequent videos, we'll do tutorials for each of this. Okay, so each of the features. Free version is coming soon. Okay, let me say yes. So sign up process is with your email. That's the option I chose when signing up in my case. Now, by the way, Fleek has the prospect of an airdrop, but my focus here is on the productivity it brings about. These days we're in the era of vibe coding, we're in the era of Web3 AI. You want to be as productive as can be, to stay in tune with the fast pace of Web3, and you can use AI agents to accomplish this. Okay, so here, upon getting started, so I've logged in. Okay, so there are two categories. There is agents, there is apps. Wow, hosting and storage solutions. So it looks like, I don't know yet, this is my first look at Fleek. So I don't know if you can actually launch apps powered by AI, and host them. But our focus in the course of this video is creating and managing AI agents. So you have the option of building from the scratch. You also have the option of starting with a template. And here it says have a character file ready. Quickly create an agent by uploading it. So this is a bit technical, assuming you've defined the characteristics of your agent and you have it in the form of a file, maybe a text file, you can upload it here. But let's look at start with a template option to see what templates they have that are ready-made already. Once again, remember this is powered by Eliza, which is an advanced LLM popular in the Web3 space. Okay, so start with a template using these inputs. By the way, I believe it's paid. There is a monthly payment to be able to use this extensively, which I don't think is expensive. I think it's $20. I've not looked into it, intently, but I believe it's $20 for a month. And I have a discount code, which I'll add in the description if you want to make use of that for a 10% discount. Okay, so speaking of templates, what templates are available? So you have the Eliza template, the Trump template. So maybe this, you'll be able to institute a fully working project powered by AI that is characterized by Trump, with a fully functional Twitter account that runs autonomously on its own, perhaps a Telegram account. Let's see. Okay, so there is Trump, there is C3PO. I don't know what that is. But for now, let's just click on Web3. No. These are identities basically. Okay, just a moment. Let's see how the form is looking. Okay, so this is Eliza OS version to deploy your agent with. You have the ability of choosing other options, but of course I'll choose Eliza. Okay, so the AI model provider. So you can choose between OpenAI, all the options here. So I don't know if billing, this is going to impact billing or it's a fixed price. Do well to find out on your own. I will do another video about that. But interestingly, it's as advanced as can be. You can make use of as many AI models as possible. Of course, from an API standpoint or even just use case standpoint, DeepSeek is cheaper, way cheaper than OpenAI, but OpenAI is more advanced in terms of capability. So if you are running a Twitter account, OpenAI may perform better in terms of more organic posts. There's also Grok interesting stuff. Okay, so background information for your character includes biographical details about the character, either as one complete biography or okay. So it has already defined it for you. You can tweak this further, but this is a good enough definition of your AI agent for the scope of Web3. Meaning, let's say there is a Twitter account running powered by your AI agent. It will be able to, emanate posts within the subject of Web3, especially in the niche of trading. Okay, so so here it says client supported Discord, Telegram, Twitter. So your agent will be able to manage this. You can also add some of these other social media platforms such as Farcaster, Lens, which is very good. Okay, I'm just going to leave some things, many of the things as default. So OpenAI, wow, plugins extend Eliza's core functionality with additional features. I like the range here. So even Sue is available. Now, this is a bigger project than you may think. Okay, so this is a breakdown. You're adding some plugins for powerful web search capabilities, providing efficient search query handling. Okay, Solana, wow, 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 wow. As exciting as can be. So let's leave that as that. You can add more, by the way. I don't know if that will impact cost. Then the lore, born from the need to simplify multi-chain. Wow. Developed through extensive. So it has populated everything for you. It's as in-depth as can be. If you were to set this up on, third-party platforms, they are not as extensive as this. You don't have this much control. Yet you pay a lot. I've experimented with that, by the way, using a third-party platform, paid around $100 to $200, had to shut down the resulting Twitter because it wasn't tweeting well. Basically, it only had a very small scope of knowledge, and it was regurgitating that in different permutations such that each post was looking like the next. So for safety I had to shut it down. So for that situation, I did it to gather data about the various platforms. So I experimented with 2 platforms, same result. Okay, and I spent funds on both platforms. Okay, so knowledge, wow. This is message example. Let's see message example. That's very important. So user. So it looks like it can even reply. Most of these other parties, they cannot reply. So here, what's the current trend for Soul? Assuming a user posed this question, then your Twitter account, assuming it's Twitter, will be able to answer. Let me check the latest data for Solana. Currently seeing strong momentum. Wow. Wow. These are multiple examples. Then this is the post sample, looking good. Market alert, major movement detected on. Wow. Now, I think that there will be a resuscitation of the Web3 AI niche, even though it plummeted recently valuation wise. Now, if that happens, this will be, a most prominent platform. That's my perception, with Fleek. Now, I wonder how much this will cost, because if you want to get Eliza OS on framework on, I've forgotten the platform name on Solana, you'll have to pay 1.5 Sol just for that alone. So I don't know how cheap this will be. If it's cheap to set this up, cheaper than other platforms with all this level of control, then no beating this. Wow. Wow. Let's continue to settings. Oh, so it already, okay. Oh, interesting stuff. So this is likely going to be, it's going to be cheap, I believe so, because you'll be using your own API. You'll be providing the value of your own API key. So let's say you cannot afford OpenAI, which may, you know, long term it may be expensive in terms of cost. Although you can experiment to see how it costs and then tweak as required, you can go DeepSeek. DeepSeek is very cheap, or explore other options that are very cheap, such that if your Twitter account, for example, goes viral and it has to tend to so many inquiries, it's just affordable. Okay, so uh, for if you want DeepSeek to show up here, you will need to go back and make the default like here. You will need to change this to DeepSeek. Okay. Wow, it even has decentralized model providers such as GaiaNet, Hyperbolic. I mean, you may be able to use this to position yourself for airdrops out of these platforms. Although they may not be as fast, they may have their own unique posting style, but Hyperbolic, Venice is also a decentralized one. Interesting stuff. Okay, so again, I didn't intend to do a tutorial here, so this is not a tutorial. You'll have to fill up the values. When I set up one myself, I will be filling out, I'll be showing you, and this is as this is as powerful as can be. It looks like the agent can also manage wallets, actually trade and stuff like that. So where this applies, you see here it says slippage, sole address. You'll have to get your all this data and add it, and you can add more secrets. Okay, so we cannot extend beyond this for now, considering we're not launching an agent just yet. Here you'll be able to manage your agents. It's in draft mode at the moment. Let's explore further. Agents. Just a moment, please. Wow, I wanted just to look at the landing page to see what the project is about. We've ended up going in deeper, but here it says deploy in a flash, link your app or agent repo and go live. Deploy from a Git provider or the Fleek CLI. So even for sophisticated devs that are veterans and all that, this comes in handy as well. More control, gain more users. Your app needs to load fast, otherwise you'll lose customers. Fleek runs your app in 100 plus edge locations to ensure fast loading worldwide. You can also collaborate with others. Okay, so this is the cost. Basic agent. Wow, this is extremely cheap. I'll have to explore this. Really. So agent plans: create, deploy, and manage agents with Fleek machines. Basic agent is coming soon. It's going to be $10 per month. T-enabled agent: deploy within a trusted execution environment called T, $20 per month. Let's expand on that a bit more. So free plan for those who are just getting started on Fleek. Go live today on us. Okay, so there is actually a free plan. Git integration, preview URLs and global deployments, DNS. So I don't know if this has to do, this is more about hosting plan. So you can host for free, maybe if it's not having much traction and all that. Okay, now pro plan. Okay, so it's actually, the payment is actually for the hosting. So it doesn't, although I will have to find out, when I am ready. It looks like the payment is more for hosting than the agent. Like setting up the agent. I don't know if you'll pay for Eliza. There may be payment for Eliza, maybe a one-time payment. But then when you want to deploy and host is where, you know, if you are making use of a lot of resources, then you may need to pay for hosting for $20 a month. It will give you unlimited team members, unlimited custom domains, unlimited sites. Wow, not expensive at all. Wow, so there are other templates here. Well, all we've seen is Eliza, but there are templates here for building applications. So this is not just for AI agents. Fleek, I mean, it's also for doing other things like launching applications and all that. You know, where you can even vibe code, that will be all the more interesting. You know, like, wow, where they add the ability to vibe code, you know, I think that's the next iteration of Fleek as is. So this is a template if you want to start a Next.js application. But it is just a starting template. Okay, let's go dashboard. Okay, so for file storage, it uses all the centralized options. IPFS, Arweave, Filecoin, not very expensive compared to traditional storage. Hosting, so it just added, yes, I know of Fleek before, but you know, I'm not so tech savvy, so I didn't really, you know, explore it that much. So this is actually a new feature, the AI agent aspect of things. Historically, it has started with providing hosting and storage services. Just a moment. Let's look at this. Hello world. Okay, antiviruses do this. I just wanted to look at the sample application. Okay, so anyway, let's in the next video I'll talk about an airdrop. They intend to have an airdrop and a token as well. That they've established more recently. So I'll be focusing on that in the next video. But you know, this is what should excite you here is the productivity, you know, brought about by using Fleek. And it brings us to the end of this video. I'll be ending this video now. To contact me, use airdropc.com. Leave a message using this contact form, this Telegram, or this Twitter, and submit your email here. I'm going to add Fleek because it does have an airdrop in the making as one of the airdrop prospects here. I'm currently working on 100 solid airdrop opportunities. Each will have its own publication tutorial currently in the works. It will be ready soon. Once ready, I'll be sending out an email, you know, containing this 100 airdrops. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome, take action.